Agriculture in 2025 could go one of two ways. Either St. Lucian farmers will continue down the road of expanding food security and diversifying crops for export to new markets, or lack of preparation could cause them to succumb to leaf spot disease, African swine flu, and something called TR4, the Fusarium tropical race 4, a soil-borne pathogen that attacks the roots of the banana plant, clogging its vascular system, causing the plant to wither. It is a critical year that the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture was preparing for, while 2024 was still sending farmers mixed messages of new markets like in Canada and old problems like leaf spot.
We've done a lot of work on climate adaptive farming, support for the national response to tropical land race 4, which is an invasive disease that affects banana and plantain, in terms of the contingency and preparedness work, as well as supporting the introduction of disease-resistant cultivars that can be grown and made available should TR4, heaven forbid, come into St. Lucia.
The Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture has its 2025 plan laid out on its website and is already preparing farmers to expand their ability to do bigger business in the face of a number of impending threats.
We've continued our work in capacity building with our farmer organizations and groups, supported a lot of training in a number of technical areas, including on African swine fever, as well as on areas related to sanitary and phytosanitary measures. We did also a number of collaborative initiatives with partners for commodity interests, specifically on ginger, pork, mushrooms, and cocoa. And in 2025, we plan to expand on that work with our partners to realize expansion on the results that we've achieved.
Farmers in St. Lucia have often been treated as hewers of wood and carriers of water. But in the 21st century, St. Lucian farming must graduate into being both a science and a business. After all, what's the point of all that hard work if the business side of agriculture is not getting the most profit for farmers?
To date, we've been able to support work in the community of Saltibus in developing regenerative cocoa farming systems, as well as diversifying the business model for cocoa growing. This year, we plan to take that work and expand it within the community of Saltibus around what we call a community of practice. Essentially, that means that we work with the farmers and the community stakeholders to develop solutions to expand business opportunities, and we do that through a participatory process so that the learning, the knowledge, the skills remain in the community even after we leave.
And then there is the threat that no one can control, storms fueled by the warming waters of climate change.
Climate adaptive farming will be another important agenda item for us in 2025, looking at two key areas. One, in terms of pioneering and developing with the private and public sector suitable farming systems that realize improved production, improved crop productivity while reducing the overuse and the dependence on agrochemicals. So that's an interesting area of what we call climate positive farming systems, where we want to see farmers be more productive, earn better incomes, but without destroying or damaging the environment as well as their health.
The work on that front has already progressed further than any might think. The region is already testing out locally developed eco-friendly pesticides.
We've done some initial work with E&E Agrochemicals, which is a local company here in St. Lucia, in that regards, developing customized fertilizer and pest management solutions that we've been seeing really good results in St. Lucia and 3 other countries through our trials and work with farmers in those countries. So we're very, very keen on zeroing in on that issue of climate positive farming systems with the view to improving crop productivity and yields.
And then, after all that, the only thing farmers have to face down are the storms that destroy their crops, just like last year, leaving insurers and all the taxpayers to foot the bill after all the work is lost. For Choice News Now, I'm Jason Seafley.